Station on 2 for Jessica. If you can just give us a call prior to your ARED exercise.
Jessica, what do you want to?
Hey, so we were just talking to BME, and due to the ARED load imbalance, before you start your exercise, can you please give us 2 clockwise turns on the starboard tension knob? And then once you do that, you can exercise, but the 60-pound limit is still in place for now.
Two clockwise turns on the starboard. Okay, I'll double check with the other crew. Something else happened today, but we weren't under the 60-pound limit anymore.
Okay, copy.
So you guys are good with that, but our interpretation was that was when the cable arm came out, we were limited to 60 pounds on the cable, but otherwise we were doing our normal loading for the bar exercises.
Copy. Okay, we're talking it with BME to make sure we get you the right info.
Okay, copy. I'll check in again before I get started over there.
Sounds good. We'll let you know what's up.
Unix Station, Sophie on 2 for stowage in Columbus.
Bonjour, Sophie. Munich is with you on 2. Go ahead.
Hi, Kenneth. Yeah, just a quick question for restow location in Columbus Overhead 4. Do you mean inside CASA? Because inside CASA we also have one EMU right now.
And Sophie, we do not expect it to be inside CASA.
Okay, so I do put it outside of CASA, kind of tends to... It's just for tomorrow, correct?
And Sophie, that is correct. It is for preparation for the Echo Finder scan activities scheduled for tomorrow morning.
Okay, copy. I'll find a Temsto kind of smart configuration. Thanks.
And that sounds good. Sophie, thanks for that. And whilst I have you here, just a go back to the Relax Pro smartwatch stoning activity that you had earlier today. Could you please confirm if you imported the data for the ground team as in the final 2 steps of the XTP?
Okay, let me check. So I thought like when we done the smartwatch, then, okay, let me check. I'll do it.
And Sophie, that sounds awesome. Yeah, in case not, yeah, we would very much appreciate if you could do the steps 6.1 and 6.2 at your own convenience for us sometime today.
Okay, I'll do it right away so that in case it takes time. At least you'll have it.
That sounds awesome. Thank you very much.
Station on 2 for Jessica when your hands are not full.
Right on 2P.
Alrighty. Sorry, I wanted to get this to you before the LOS. Okay, so we think there may have been a miscommunication regarding the ARED 60-pound limit. Not only was that because the detent wasn't staying engaged, but BME was also seeing an imbalance. So we still do want the 2 clockwise turns, which we think will fix the imbalance. And then we'd like to keep it at 60 pounds for now, so that they can look at the data and make sure everything is copacetic before you go above that.
Okay, just so you know, we have been going above it for days. Per the procedure, it was the 60-pound limit if the cable arm is not staying, and that's for cable-only exercises, but there's no 60-pound limit when using the bar. That's the way we've been operating. So you're saying we now have a 60-pound limit when we're using the bar?
Sorry, to clarify, on the cable only.
Okay, so no limit on the bar, a 60-pound limit on the cable.
Yep, good read. Sorry for modeling that.
Yeah, no worries, and that's what we were doing. We knew we had that limit on the cable even before we had these existing problems, so no problem. We'll just make sure that everyone is still aware of that, and I will get those 2 clockwise turns in on the starboard tension knob before I exercise.
Copy, thank you, and nice socks again, by the way.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah. And so, just by the way, while I was relocating that PCS, I did have to unpower and then repower UOP8, which power cycled the other stuff that was on there, but there was no note in the execute note about that, so I assume it's all nominal.
All right, we copy.
Houston Station on two quick questions. One, I was just wondering for the HTVX release options, are we doing that from the cupola or from the lab? I guess I was under the impression we were doing it from the cupola, but Jessica's setting up in the lab here for procedure.
Yeah, let me get back to you. We got a big LOS coming up here in about 20 seconds.
Okay, copy. And then when you get done with that, I'll give you an update on SSC 18, but no joy wireless.
All right, copy. Thank you.